Time to get our hands dirty. Oh yeah, we're gonna take this intake off and see what the heck happens. I got a new gasket kit for it. It's just pray that it all comes apart and I don't have to drill any bolts out. That's gonna get sloppy. I don't like it. It could go easy or it's gonna go hard. I just hope like hell I can get that distributor out. Because the old Ford, that distributor's probably never been out of this car. And that's probably seized in there. So, we'll see. I really don't want to get into this. And I tried to talk my way out of it. Got so many shady shops around here. This gentleman did not want to take it anywhere else, which is cool. You know, it says something about my ability to fuck up stuff and keep it quiet. Why is that? There we go. I gotta see if I can reach into this, pull it, take this drain out. What's up, Benny? Fire it up and get it warm, huh? You think so? Might be a good idea. I know I keep the smart people around here for some reason. Let's do that. It's a good damn idea. Let's see if we can't get a little heat in it. Let's see what happens. All right, Benny. Stop spamming the chat, please. Starts up so nice. All right, Benny. See you later, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. Bentley? Yeah, far from it. Far from a Bentley. We'll let her warm up a little bit. You're absolutely right. Enough. So 352. 352. Not much antifreeze in it. Sorry, I don't have very good a camera angle. Just due to the fact that it's a tilt forward hood. Probably get you in on the other side though. I'm gonna do back and forth throughout this video on each side. So maybe I'll get you in on the back side. Might help out a little bit. Let me get you around the back side. What up, badass? How you doing, man? Be cracking into this thing, to this intake off of here. He wants to at least fix some of the oil leaks. So the intake manifold is the worst one right now. So I'm gonna be doing that. So I'm not looking forward to. What up, Cody? How you doing, man? So pray for me that none of these bolts break off in this intake. And we'll go from there. After that, we'll go from there. Already smoking. Already smoking. Wow. Barely on there. Barely on there. They're not even spark plug wires. 3 of them. Hardly even holding on. I'm the only one that had a little resistance to it. Jeez. Jeez. Wow. Fixing a floor again? Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Man, cool, Craig. We were talking about you last time. Last live stream you weren't on. Talking about you last time. Guess you're just too cool for us other Craigs. Canton, cool. Replace this anyway. Yeah. Fuel line. You can't see it, can you? It says not for fuel on it. Been in the hospital with an appendix. Ah, nice. No farting for you for about a month. Oh, boy, huh? Wow. I can smell of gasoline. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nurses, man, Jesus Christ. Some of them you think should be fucking models. This line's already all bent to shit. Fix that. I'll make that look a lot nicer when I go back together. That looks like ass. It looks like it's in there pinched all the way over here. Like the fucking vacuum advance is gonna be fucking nuts, I tell you. Love the car, man. It's like working on a 4x4. Alright, well, get that. There's no plugs, so I gotta take those wires off the coil. Take those off. Let's see. Let's see if they're finger tight like everything else. No, they're actually tight. I'm gonna have to grab a real wrench for that. Yeah, the owner was asking if it would be cheaper to swap it. And I was like, yeah, sure, we can put a Coyote in it. We'll put a Coyote in it and a 10-speed. Well, what do you think that'll cost? About 30 G's. Oh, yeah, no. You gotta think, I doubt that anybody has ever put a Coyote motor in one of these. So you're gonna have to come up with motor mounts, and then you're gonna have to do all the ECU stuff. So it ain't gonna be cheap, bud. It ain't gonna be cheap. You do a standalone. I don't know what they're up to now, about $8 grand for a standalone. Just have to redo that ground wire. Okay. I guess they just crammed that eyelet on there. I think that won't come off. So I'm hoping that this goes really, really smooth and I don't have to do anything stupid. You know, like drilling bolts out, retapping holes, and all that nonsense. What in the frick? Alright, I got you. That old fuel, man, make my eyes burn. A little stretch, did you? We'll fix that. Wire was shit anyway. Sorry, you guys, I'm not keeping up with comments. I'm just... Keyhole surgery? Jesus. Guy in Memphis who has an early 90s Chevy OBS that has a Coyote swap in it. That's cool. There's a lot of people jumping on that Coyote swap bandwagon. A lot of people. Which is cool. You know. It's our time to shine. It is our time to shine. Coming out. Definitely crunchy. Definitely crunchy, but it's coming out. I'm gonna have to wire wheel all these fucking bolts. How long of a bolt does that need to be? A mile long. Hey, Village. How you doing, man? How you doing? Hello, hello, Mr. Village. Come in, bud. You're probably getting ready to go live right now, aren't you? Oh, yeah. That's exactly what I was worried about right there. That son of a bitch. It's stuck in there. If you guys are, anybody watching, if you guys are small content creators such as myself, Village has a YouTube channel that you can go to, and he will help support your channel on his channel. And it is very effective and works very, very well. Works very well. See if I can pin this thing so I know exactly where it was. Man, it's getting hot, y'all. I might have to turn my other fan on. It is 98 degrees in the shop right now. I have to turn my other fan on. Let me see if I can pin this distributor somewhere down here. Ugh, gross. Gross. The amount of grease buildup on this is nuts. Probably have to fire the compressor up and blow some of this away. It's pretty gnarly. Pretty gnarly. Get a mark on it. I know exactly where it was. In case I have a problem getting the time back out. I know exactly where it goes. I already marked the button, so now I just marked the base. So I know where the timing was before I touched it. That way if it runs bad, I'll know the reason. If it runs like shit after I put the distributor back where it was, and I'll know that I fucked up somewhere else. So, oh boy, that's crunchy. Holy macaroni. See if we can get a little leverage on the old girl. I don't like doing this, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I don't think. Let's try it right there. gentle. I don't want to break. I don't want to break that housing. It's moving pretty good. It's just stuck. Just stuck in there. O-ring in there is probably, that O-ring in there is probably part of the bowling ball. A little panther piss in there will help out some. She's stuck pretty good. Might have to lift it out with the fucking intake. Oop. Come on. You know you want to. There you go. A little bit of movement. There you go. Come on. Wow. Wow, that thing is stuck in there. Key Rocky, get it? Key Rocky. Got a hold of that little butt and that's a butt. Wow. Wowzers. Better. Just applying just a little bit of pressure under that. Trying to get it up. Come on. Hopefully, the oil pump drive shaft stays down there. Paint intake black to hide. Yeah. All right, cool, Craig. Take it easy, man. Enjoy that tea. Don't put too much milk in it. Boy, that's in there. Like I'm past the seal. I'm past the seal now, so it's the main body that's further down that's holding me up. Either that or the oil push rod stuck in the oil pump, or in the bottom of the distributor. One or the other. That's good there. Oh, good. The oil pump pickup didn't come off. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let me bring you guys away from the side of this car with this thing. Jeez. Frickin' wheeze. Look at that. Look at how sludgy that is. Wowzers. Wowzers. Point of entry. So I like to mark my distributors. One is it makes it easier for me to understand, and two, it helps me. It might not work for a lot of people. A lot of people would, roll it over TDC and get number one and just pull it out. But you know, I can't say that I've honestly ever done that unless I was building one. So I'll just mark the base, mark the rotor button when I take the cap off, and then when I pull the distributor, you notice that that rotor rotates. So then I'll put just a different style mark where that rotor button turned to, and that way when I go back in, I know exactly where my tooth mesh is, and I can drop it right back in and lock my distributor back down where it was. I don't have to fuck around, and if everything goes right, I won't have to touch the timing because I put the mark at the base. So the mark at the base and knowing exactly where that button was, I won't have to fuck around too much with time and light if I even need to. Put that in there because of all this dirt. I don't need too much dropping down in there. It doesn't look good. Oh yeah, it looks nasty, doesn't it? How you doing, C6? You doing all right, man? Oh, well, he wants me to fix the oil leak, or at least fix this part of the oil leak, and then he's going to try and run it back through the auction from what he was telling me. So we'll see. Said he wouldn't feel right. Said he wouldn't feel right selling the car with this big of an oil leak, and I, you know, okay. I kind of agree with you, but I don't at the same time. Because if it were it would go right back through that auction, and I would just take my losses. Like whatever, done with it. Really curious to see what it's going to look like underneath these valve covers. Honestly, we're getting ready to find out. It looks like those were at least done. So I know all of these bolts have come out. They're super loose. Super loose to begin with. A little bit of an extension. Yeah, he was, I was texting with him, and you could just tell that he was very upset about the whole ordeal. And this is twice that Meckham has gotten over on him on stuff. Well, it's not necessarily Meckham, it's more so the owners that are putting the cars up. But I said I would at least say something about misrepresentation. That's for sure. Because when they auctioned this, they said, oh, $30,000 value, you know. And as a buyer, if somebody, you know, puts that kind of a value on something, you would expect it to be in really decent shape, you know. So I think they screwed up by putting a value on this car. They should have just let it go across the block and sell for whatever it sold for. Because once you say something like that, oh, $30,000 value, people think that the car is actually worth that amount of money. Yeah. The one that they're physically looking at. So if you as a buyer are saying, okay, this is 30 grand, this car's worth 30, and the bidding is starting at 15. So if I can buy the car at 20, then I can flip it and make 10. Or I could do a little bit and maybe make a little more. And to me, that's really misleading on Meckham's part. They should have never put a dollar value on this car. Should have just let it get whatever it was going to get. Oh wow. Maybe those were done a lot longer ago than it looked. Oh wow. Those are on there pretty good. Try not to bend them. A little bit of pressure. Let me grab the rubber mallet. See if we can't crack these fuckers over here. Huh? I reckon. Oh my goodness. I reckon I should have gotten these leftover gaskets. Because these ones aren't gonna make it. Oh. Holy shit. There are no more bolts holding this thing in here. That's it. Oh. There we go. A little peel on you. Oh dear Lord. Oh my God. OMG. Alright, fellas. Ready? Oh my God. Let me get you in here. Let me get you in here. What's kicking, chicken? Let me go hands on with this camera phone here. Phone that I am using as a camera, I mean. So hands on. I gotta get you guys in here for this. Look at this. Look at this. Jesus. Beans. Oh my Lanta. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my goodness. This is not good. Look at this. Look at that. I'm gonna have to vacuum that out. But what sucks, and which I had forgotten about, is that the intake, since it's like a Y block, right? So that's the edge of the intake. The fucking push rods have to come out. This cylinder, and this cylinder. Because there's no pass through. And I thought for sure, and I can't say that I've ever had one of these off before, but I thought for sure that is sludge. That's sludge. That's old sludge that has broken down and fallen down in the engine now. That's old engine sludge. Let me get a flashlight. I'll show you. Look at how much it is. Look at how much it is. Look at that. I honestly feel like I should cut my losses right now and tell this guy he's fucked. Because this is not good. Not good at all. You imagine what's here. What do you think's underneath that intake manifold? Right? This motor is not meant for this world anymore. Not meant for this world anymore. The cool thing is that there's no lash adjustment. It's just a torque it down. Oh my God. Caused by not changing the oil like you're supposed to, sitting. This thing's probably been sitting, 30 plus years, and the grandkids were like, oh, let's get it running and sell it, and this is what you ended up with. So those valve covers had to be done a very long time ago to have this amount of buildup still in here. Imagine what it looked like. Let's pull the other side off and see what it looks like. Oh, frick. Oh, boy. It's exactly what I was worried about. This is why I was trying to talk him out of fixing this thing. Let me get you back in the pedestal here. Hey, look. You're going to see this thing on YouTube and some other creators' videos. The guy, Snowing Creations. So you're going to see this guy's, you're going to see my car on his channel, which is cool. Nice to get a shout out. Very long time, and probably, and unfortunately in the 70,000 miles that it's got on it, maybe had the oil changed once or twice. Alright, let's see if we can pop this other one off. See what kind of surprise is waiting for me in there. Yep, same story. Wait for that thud. Alright, I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to zoom in for you. Yeah. I'm opening this door right now, door number 2. Let me get that hammer out of your way. Get this out of your way. I think I need to call this guy and tell him to come over here. Oh, wow. Now this side is damn near impeccable. I mean, this is what I would love to see. This side is nothing. This side looks great. Wow. Let me get you off the mount. Let's go in for a good look. Good look see here. Yeah. Way better. But the question is, if this side looked like the other side, how much of that is down in the oil pan right now, just waiting to be sucked up? Wow. I can't believe the difference between right and left. I mean, this side is just gorgeous and exactly what I would want to see in something this old. What'd you do with my flashlight? There it is. Yeah, so look at this side. And that's an oil return right there. That's an oil return right there for the cylinder head. Right in that hole. That's oil return. I would have to say that it's all been going into the back return. And I guess because it couldn't flow across to the front, it was all just diverting to the back. Oh, I gotta find these torque specs. Such a big difference. Wow. I'm gonna see if I can take a screenshot of that. Let's see. There we go. Now, let's get some light on this situation. I'm gonna do it again. Oh yeah. Let's get up. Gee golly. Nice Florida weather. Oh yeah. It's 98 degrees inside the shop right now. I think it's like a high 86 or something like that today. But look at the difference. Look at the difference. I would say it's safe to say somebody either did a really nice job of cleaning this side when they did the valve cover gaskets and just said fuck the other side, or this side oils a lot better than the other side, because you see all these little holes is where your oil comes up through your push rod from your lifters. So either that side over there, it's got some clogged lifters, push rod, and is not oiling as well to wash that shit down. And this side is oiling perfectly, and it's done washed all that sludge down. Oh boy, I've got to find valve cover gaskets. This is no bueno. This is a no bueno situation. That's for sure. That cotter pin has been in there probably just as long as this car has been together. Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to have to get his ass in here to physically come and look at this, because look at the inside of this. Look at the inside of this valve cover. I'm still zoomed in, you guys. Look at the inside of this one. Now look at the inside of this one. Definitely see some scrape marks in it. You know, from where somebody was in there with a screwdriver scraping that old shit out of there. And I guess, so I'm going to say grandpa or dad did this side, and son probably did this side. That's what I'm going with. Wowzers. That means I've got to... See you later, Village. Enjoy your live stream, my friend. That means I've got to vacuum this out for sure. And hope that bridge, that rocker bridge, I don't break any bolts taking that out of there. I gotta find a torque spec on that. Fuck. This does not look good. Yeah, night and day difference, right? Night and day. Part of me wants to just put this back together and say no. But the other part of me wants to take it apart, because now I want to see the treasure that is underneath of this intake manifold. Yeah, well, in order to drop this oil pan, I got to take a motor out, because there's no clearance. The motor mounts are done. They're like metal to metal. There's no rubber in them anymore. And it is sitting 10,000ths of an inch away from the cross member that's underneath of it. So it'd just be easier to pull the motor out, tear it down, have it rebuilt and resealed, and put it back in the car. And do the same with the transmission. Take the transmission out, tear it apart, reseal it, put it back together. Because it's leaking like a stuck pig too. But yeah, you can guarantee that all that sludge is down in the bottom of that oil pan. Guarantee it. Almost makes me want to go get some kerosene. Kerosene, 3 quarts of oil, 2 quarts of kerosene, and fire this fucking thing up and let it run and go through some heat soaks. Drain it, fill it. Drain it, fill it. And then take a valve cover off and see how much cleaner it is. Yeah. I've seen a few old timers do that in my day. Stuff like this. And my grandmother had a big body Caprice, and it was like this. And my grandfather swore by Valvoline, and because I did a timing chain on it for him, and got it all back together. I was like, man, this thing's got some sludge in it. He says, that's all right, I'll get some Valvoline for it. And I chuckled. I was like, all right, whatever, Pops. So the next year, he wanted to take the valve covers off and reseal them. And I took the valve covers off, and the inside of that motor looked like it was brand new. I'm like, you're fucking kidding me. It's like, I told you, Valvoline. Told you. Like, all right. Like, all right. Take your word for it. So I've been a Valvoline fan for a long time, needless to say. Hey, Mr. Wasp. What you doing over here? You about to get brake clean, you don't get the fuck out? Yeah. Go on. Go pollinate somewhere. Son of a gun. I'll brake clean you. Transmission fluid with kerosene. Yeah, I don't know, man. This motor's already got blow-by in it. Already got blow-by. Don't necessarily want to clear those, wash those cylinders with so much. But you know what's in the engine just because of this. You know dang well what's down in that engine. Sorry, that sun is bright, isn't it? Just because of that right there. Yeah. Yeah, detergent's right, but you need a little. Well, I don't know. See, I don't think transmission fluid has the same viscosity as regular engine oil. I don't know what the zinc values are in transmission fluid versus engine oil. But this is going to be like you need to run 1540 in it. Run some Rotella T through it. Put some 1540 Rotella T in it and change oil every 1,000 miles for the next 5 years. Oh, Mustang did pretty good today. Took about a 45-minute ride one way to Cars and Coffee this morning. Met a lot of cool people. Seen a lot of really nice cars. I got a bunch of videos from the cars that were there. Ferrari and some other shit that was there. So I'll be posting those up later. Once I get some downtime, I'll post those up. I'm gonna do the shorts like I normally do because it gets attention to the channel, but I'm gonna put them all together in one long form video as well, so you can either watch the shorts or watch the long form video. I'd rather you watch the long form because it helps the channel, but I know everybody likes the shorts. Everybody likes oh yeah, that's cool, and swipe, and oh yeah, that's cool, and swipe. But I'm gonna do it both ways like always. Both ways. As always. Because I've really got quite the mix of people that watch the channel, which is cool. I like a little diversity. So I need to take that heater hose off. Oh, you talk about irony, right? So you guys saw earlier that the fuel line said not for fuel, right? And my friend that was over here earlier pointed it out to me. Said so they didn't use fuel line for the carburetor, but they used fuel line for the vacuum line going to the cruise control. And I looked, I was like, I didn't even notice that. Didn't even notice that because I was so disgusted with this whole car. But yeah, they used fuel line for the vacuum and then used vacuum line for the fuel line. Come on down, C6. There's plenty of motherfuckers down here that'll gap the shit out you. Nah, I'm just teasing. But C6, honestly, Corvette, this is a Corvette state. Hands down. There was I didn't do a video on that one. There was a what the hell was it? The older Corvette C, whatever the hell it was. That was an official pace car, yellow convertible. They had LT1 in it. It was all chrome. Everything was chrome in the engine bay. It's a Corvette, but it was clean. Come on down, son. Come on down. Shit, weather's nice. We're fixing to get a little storm here in a little while. Maybe. It's Florida. They'll forecast a 50% chance of rain, and it'll be sunny and beautiful all day long. or they'll say it's going to be sunny and beautiful all day long, and it'll rain. So my grass needs it. It's brown and crunchy. Brown and crunchy. Let's take some more stuff off. Let's take some more stuff off. Let's get deeper into this. Let's get deeper into it, and we'll see what the fuck happens. I'm gonna get the. I wish I still had my old shop vac. I really don't want to run that shit into my brand new shop vac, but I guess I'm gonna have to. Guess I'm gonna have to. Throw a rag down, just in case. Where'd my blue rag go? At this point, it ain't gonna hurt this motor. Get a little antifreeze, and I'm gonna have to drain it anyway. I do want to crack these. Let me take bolts loose, and while the motor's still warm. Gurgle, gurgle. Gurgle, gurgle. Perfect. I'm going to loosen this one. I tell you, this motor is like, it's like a hodgepodge of every damn V8 Ford motor they've made. You know, this one I'm sure came before a lot of the others, but like this little bypass on the water pump to the intake is like old big block 460. You know, 390s. You know, they were the Y blocks. They had this stupid setup too. Thinking about bypassing this heat riser. The more I thought about it, the more I said, no, just leave it the hell alone. So you're liable to open up a can of worms for that. Take this carburetor off here now. I mean, that's cast iron. I may end up having to use my damn engine hoist to pull that sumbitch out of there. What you talking about? Florida? I think it used to be in Florida, and then it had a sinkhole, and everybody lost their Corvettes that were in there. Yeah, I don't know what your budget is, but right around the corner from me is a lakefront that's $375,000. If you stand on your front porch, you can see the lake. Because I live at the chain of lakes, and all the lakes connect. Back in the day, they used them to move different products, you know, wheat, whatever the fuck, you know, farm goods and stuff, you know, vegetables, what have you, through all the lakes to get to different parts of Florida. World tour. What's up, man? Doing well. Worked 12 hours yesterday at work. And then this morning we went and had a little cars and coffee action. Burgess. Nice. Let me crack these intakes while this motor's still hot, though. I do want to do that. Let's see how many we're going to break. You guys want to make bets? How many I'll break off? Ooh, that's good. Oh, that's good. not good. Oh, alright. Come back for that one. My back one is stuck pretty good. Grab a 9/16 shallow. Plus, oh, wow, very lucky. I'm loose. All right, this side's good. Let's go to the other side, see what I can do. I said I was doing it wrong. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, wow, that one's already loose. That's good. Or it's broken in there, one or the other. Good. All right. That's probably why it's leaking. That intake bolt loose as shit. Vision, what are you talking about? Vision. Give me a little substance to your, give me a little substance to your comment, or did I already miss that in the chat? A little substance there. How? Yeah, I told you, I don't know. You told me something. Told me I was doing it wrong. And then you said you told me. Well, I'm exactly sure. Got it. Alright. That's fucking wonderful. Let's go see what this fucking dickhead's talking about. You doing it wrong, and then he says, told you. Okay, cool. Warning, that manifold, 75 pounds. It looks heavy. It looks heavy. Couldn't tell you the last time I lifted off a cast iron manifold, but like I said, I'm probably going to be using my engine hoist to take it off here. Just because I don't have, one, I don't have a second set of hands here to help me if I need it. And that is funny. That is funny as shit that they use fuel line for the vacuum line, vacuum line for fuel line. What I need to do, I probably should vacuum this out before I take this all the way off. It's bad. And then now I know all my intake manifold bolts have come out, which is a blessing, and I appreciate you guys praying. I'm going to take this carburetor off real quick though. And this ground wire needs to come off. A lot of you guys are moderators. Y'all are more than welcome to boot anybody you want to. Anybody you want to. And just give me a old. Yeah. Give me a chance though. Give me a chance to get back after it. They're talking shit. Let me see. Some of them I like fucking with. Some of them just don't know what the hell they're talking about. To most of the people that come in here talking shit, couldn't tell me what this is or what size it is just by looking at it. Or how to adjust it. I know corn don't know how to adjust this motherfucker. I know that. I know my boy back home, he can't adjust that son of a bitch. Like a nice glass of tea, you know? Nice glass of iced tea. Where'd you set my wrench at? I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Put it over there. Have you ever had a metric nut on an American car? This old one. Yeah, that's my fan. That's my fan blowing in the background. Yeah. Yeah, that's my fan blowing in the background. Let me put my mic in. Let me put my mic in. That way you can hear me cuss and breathe heavy. Yeah, it's my fan. Dude, it's creeping up on 100 right now. The British announcer? What are you watching? Hey, that classic car guy. What is up? What is up? As my man Good Time would say, what's kicking, chicken? All right, let's go microphone. There we go. Testes. Testes. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Whoa. Oh, the Daytona. Yeah, that Daytona. Yeah. Mistakenly replacing the intake gaskets. You're just tuning in right now, bro. You have missed a lot. A lot. A lot. Yeah, the first hour? Oh, dang, I'm sorry. You missed out. Yeah. Damn, metric carburetor nuts on this thing. It's like, I've never seen a carburetor without a 1/2 inch nut on it. And I grab a 1/2 inch and I'm like, damn, all right, 7/16. Grab a 7/16. 7/16 was too big. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? They're a freaking 11 millimeter. Dang, 11 millimeter. Can you hear me better now? Am I too loud? Do I need to not speak so loud? I need to talk softer. That one's a 12. Ay. So, I see you wear underwear. I wear underwear too. Want to do it? So, that classic car guy, this is a 59 Galaxy convertible that I'm working on. The owner of this car also owns that 67 Firebird, the LS3 one. So he just purchased this car from Meckham. Meckham delivered it to his house late Wednesday night. So the next morning, he jumps in the old girl here, fires her up, realizes that it's a 3 on the tree car, and then drives 6 miles down the road, and the car shut off on him. So he had it towed here, and I gave the car a once over and filled a notepad from top to bottom with everything that's wrong with this car. And needless to say, he was really upset that he got such a bad deal. And so much so, he consulted with a lawyer. And then he told me that he didn't feel comfortable reselling the car with a extremely bad oil leak. He asked me what was the worst, and I told him that it was the intake manifold, which was the worst. So here I am, mistakenly going to do the intake manifold gaskets. I really don't want to, but I'm going to have to. This is pretty neat. It's neat and it's stupid all with the same stroke. This is a heat riser that's got no. Yep, that's antifreeze. That's exactly why I wanted to bypass it, and that's exactly what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to bypass that. That's leaking. How is that leaking through there? That's coolant. I thought it was gasoline, but that's coolant. Look. So instead of running the heater hose around into the heater core, they made a heat riser plate, and the coolant runs through the heat riser plate and then back. This is back in manual chokes and all that bullshit. That some bitch is leaking. And this gasket is about old as fuck. And it's been on something else. The used gasket, they put a used gasket on. You see the difference. Razzle dazzle. That sucks. It sucks for me. Well, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I don't know if they make. I don't know if they make a Y block intake manifold. Honestly, I can't say I've ever seen one on anything. Generally, anybody that's got one, it doesn't stay a 390 Y block very long. I'm sure somebody has to make one. Somebody has to make one. There's no way that they don't make them. You know what I mean, Vern? Oh boy, this thing is. Ugh. 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 Here, Chris, let me show you the inside of this valve cover. Look at that. And then look at valve cover number 2. You see all the scraping? Where somebody scraped out all that shit? Yeah, lots of it. And look at this side. Look at this. Whoop. Look at that. Now, let's go to the other side. And I'll show you what the inside of that one looks like. I'm getting all tangled up here. Look at this side. Look how impeccably clean it is compared to the driver's side. I suspect that the 5, 6, and 7 on the opposite side, there on the driver's side, that the push rods and or the lifters are probably clogged, and oil's not coming through on that side. That's what I suspect. Because the back half of that. Oh, how's that fan noise now? How's that fan noise? Is it still bad or is it manageable? I suspect that because so the rear cylinder and the return, because the oil return on the forward part of that driver's side head is packed with sludge buildup, and it's all dry too. It's not wet at all. And then in the back, that oil galley return is clean. So I suspect that those first 6 lifters there, either the push rod itself is clogged up or the lifter itself is clogged up, and the one at the end there is flowing. That's why the back half is actually clean and the front half is as nasty as it is, because it's just getting hot and burning that shit off of there. So I'm gonna have to go get my tablet unless somebody wants to Google this for me. So this is a 59 Galaxy with a 352. Somebody wants to Google the rocker arm bridge bolt torque specs for me. Let me know that if you got the ability to multitask with your YouTube's going. Because if I swipe away from my live stream, it'll end it. I'm just curious what the torque spec is, because I got to pull the push rods out to get the intake manifold off. Really sucks that that's leaking. No doubt. That is definitely antifreeze. That is definitely antifreeze in there. You can see the green tint and I can smell it. Look at that. Yep. Y'all see that green tint in there? It's antifreeze. So this heat riser's got a hole in it. Thin hole in it probably. So 59 model 352. Yep. That'd be it. $57,500. Yeah, well, they had all kinds. I think they had like 3 names in this. It's like Galaxy, Fairlane, 500, Biscayne, or whatever the fuck. They had like 3 different names for this car. Ugh, it's not looking good. Not looking good for this guy. Well, it looks like a 390Y block, you know, just because of the way the intake is. Because the intake is part of the cylinder head, just like a Y block. But I don't know. That's what I'm calling it. If you know what it is, fantastic. But that's what I'm calling it. But it's a 352. I do know that much. It's 352. Okay, cool. All right, let's take this radiator hose off. I think we'll be ready to take the manifold bolts out. Butterfingers. That came off there surprisingly easy. Just want to take these bolts out. Then we'll take the rockers off. Yeah, so 1, 2, and 3. Wonder if I can get those just loose enough to slide those out without taking that whole bridge off of there. Or should I call it a rocker arm doodad? I think I kind of like that, really. Yeah, it does. It's crazy that it runs really well. It's great because you saw me, if you were watching from the beginning, you saw me. I hit that throttle. Hit that throttle 3 or 4 times and went in there and bent the key and it fired right up. Fired right up. Corn, buddy, I need you. I need your muscles. You think you can morph over here real quick? All right, the rear one is shorter. Y'all remember that. The rear one is shorter. Let's set these somewhere where I won't lose them. Need to go get my shop vac too. I need to vacuum that shit out of there. I really don't want to put that crap in my vacuum cleaner, but I don't have my, I used to have a vacuum cleaner you hook to an air hose and you could suck this shit out with it. And somewhere along the lines, I lost it. These bolts are still really hot. What did it run? 5 minutes? Run 5 minutes and it's still smoking hot. Oh, gnarly. Let's get you out of the way there, bud. Wow, I'm gonna have to I might have to go get some carburetor gaskets. I know that much. Luckily, those bolts aren't too fucked. This one is pretty gross. Yeah. 20 to 30 pound-feet. Okay. Yeah, I would split it too. If it's supposed to be 20 to 30, I'd probably do it at 25. Yeah, well, Chris, that's what I wanted to do, and that's what I tried to solicit the customer with, but he's so upset about the whole deal. You weren't on my live where I went over this car and everything that's wrong with it. So this was a Meckham auction car, and when it came across the auction block, Meckham valued this car at $30,000. So the guy that purchased it assumed that with a value that high, that the car was in really good shape. Well, it's not the case. This car is in very, very bad shape, and it has had some very shady repairs done to it. There's nothing on this car that doesn't need to be replaced or repaired. There's a whole lot of Bondo in it. The rear inner quarters have a piece of sheet metal just like banged around it, and then they used physical wood screws wood screws, not self-tappers, wood screws to hold that piece of sheet metal in place. And then the floorboards have been patched with thin sheet metal. And one of the patches is literally has one pop rivet holding it in place. The rear quarters are gone. There's Bondo pretty much. So at the back glass in the trunk, that piece that runs across the back, that's all filled with Bondo. And underneath of it, you can see the metal, and all the way across it, it is rotted out. The floorboards are gone. The rear quarters are gone. The wheel bearings are bad. The wheel seal is leaking. The differential's leaking. The transmission's leaking. The engine has got multiple oil leaks, but the worst of it is the intake manifold. The only thing, the gas gauge doesn't work. All of the suspension is bad. Leaf springs are sagged. Leaf spring bushings are bad. Shocks are original 1959 shocks. They've never been changed. The steer box has got a mile of play in it. The idler arm is shot. Wheel cylinder is leaking. Bad wheel bearings, etc., etc. I made him a list. That was an entire yellow notepad, top to bottom, of what was wrong with this. And I gave him that list, and he sounded like he was going to cry. Because like I said, he paid $25,000 for his car. He told me 20, but when I watched it on Meckham, it was like 24 or 5, something like that. And it's a 3 on the tree car. 6 inches. Damn. Wife only gets 3. I know that story all too well. 5876 FE V8 medium block Ford Edsel. 5871 duration 332, 352, 360, 361. Wow, that's knowledge. That's some knowledge that I didn't need, but holy crap, yeah. All right, 6568 went to the 427. Side oil filter, I guess. Side oiler, okay. Yeah, exactly. 25 plus fees. Yeah. So I think it was wrong of Meckham to value this car like what they did. You know, they shouldn't have put a value on it. They should have just let it go across the block and be what it was going to be. And I guarantee you that it wouldn't have sold for more than 10,000 if they didn't value it, you know. But when I would think that when they say, oh, $30,000 value, that they have looked at it and vetted it and could guarantee that this car should bring 30 grand, you know, by its bill of health, you know. But that wasn't the case. It was not the case at all. Oh, yeah, they're not very tight. That's good. Not very tight. Oh, yeah. That one was a lot tighter than the rest. Yeah. Now I wonder, I really don't want to disturb this thing too much. I wonder, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to sneak that. Wow, that's way in there. That's way inside of that rocker. So I'm just going to have to do what I don't want to do. I'll just take this all the way off. Should probably mark this. I really don't think you could fuck it up too much. Not like I can put it on backwards or anything. I just want to get it loose enough to where I can pull those push rods out. Ugh. Let's get it. Yeah, that one is gummy. That one is gummy. Let's see. Let's see if we can get this thing out of here. Oh, yeah, maybe. That's interesting. Huh. That's very interesting. Yeah. Not gonna let me do it, huh, bud? Not gonna let me do it. Let me get that one out. Them some long bitches right there, boy. That makes me a little jealous. That one's definitely gummy. Let's just take the whole damn bridge out of there. Kind of wanting to not do that. I'll have to go back in the chat later. Well, 25 pound-feet is what he said. Really need to get me a good workbench. All right, let me get something to mark these with. 10% from sellers, 10% from buyers. Gross. Oh, I wish I had a box. I don't have a box. Let me check my trash can. So it doesn't look like a box. It doesn't look like those. I might turn my big fan on. It's getting warm in here. Doesn't look like those push rods have holes in them. So maybe it gets its oil to the top a different way. 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to mix these up for sure. I want to mix these up for sure. Yeah, they don't have holes in them. How the fuck does it get oil through to top? Oh, so I need a bigger. I guess I need a bigger screwdriver to make a bigger hole in that. Yeah, he had it delivered too. This does not look good. Not look good at all. Okay, let's try that again. How big the ball is on that thing. Massive. So, me being the dumbass that I am, I like to put these back in the same spot in which I had removed him, but also the same direction, because the rocker is going to wear differently. The rocker ball is going to wear differently than the lifter. So we're gonna need one more hole, huh? So I like to put them back in said order. One more hole. Somebody needs to remember that one is the last one. All right. Reminds me of an ex-girlfriend. She had as many dicks sticking out of her as she had stuck in her. She'd look like a porcupine. All right, let's do the other side. Let's do the other side. I don't know. I don't know. All right, let's start back here with you. It's a good sign. Sure, I'm glad I listened to Nathan about firing this up and getting it hot, because I'd probably be having a hell of a time right now. But all the intake bolts came out with no problem. I was not expecting to have to do this portion of it. I thought for sure that the intake was cut around the push rod. Thought for sure it was. But here I go thinking again. That's why I don't do it. That's why I don't think. That's why I make everything I do damn near dummy proof. And even that fucks me up sometimes. But the vapor that's coming out of this engine is making my eyes burn. Yeah, same bolt, different side, super gummy. I wonder if that's how it gets its oil. It comes up through. I wonder if any of these bolts are hollow on the bottom and they're like a banjo bolt, you know? No, not that one. It's got to get oil up here somehow to lube this. Wouldn't imagine that it's a dry system up here. You'd have to come through there somehow. I don't see any holes in any of these. Oh boy. I'd imagine that needs to be like a banjo bolt, you know, where oil would come through. Nice little shim tray. I'll take that out. Let me get these push rods, because there's no holes. No holes in the push rods. They're solid. And if there is some kind of oil galley that goes through, I would say on the front half of this engine that those are probably blocked somewhere. It's nice to have something to work on. Honestly, I wasn't looking forward to it after working all day yesterday. Really wasn't looking forward to doing this today. But I'm on the clock. Right now, we're an hour and 42 minutes into it. So we're doing pretty good. Time-wise, we're doing pretty good. So that last one will go right there. Oh, oh wow. Let me show you all this. Holy crap. This one push rod has got a hell of a gouge in it. I don't know if you can be able to see it on camera or not. Let's see if I can show it to you. Look at that gouge. There you go. You kind of see it right there. But yeah, there's no hole in it. No dang hole in the thing. So it's got to come up through that somehow. I can't imagine that those run dry like that. Something's got to come up through there. Maybe once I get it all back together, I'll fire it up with the valve covers off, and we'll see, one, what kind of mess we can make, and two, where the hell the oil is comes in at, because it's no bueno. But like, yeah, so this one, that's where it comes in at. So right here, oh, okay, I see now. I see now. It does. It does. It comes right up through the top. Let me hold on to these. Or it does. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Because that one's square and the rest are round. So let me move you guys back. My hands are getting gross. Let me move you back here. So if you look at which one was it? It was that one. If you look at that one, I'm holding the bolts in place. I don't want to fall out. That one is square, right? So instead of a round hole like that one, this one is square. So that square sits. That square sits. Let me pull this tray off of here. I see. So the oil does come up through. The oil does come up through the top. Let me get rid of this. Oh, the clean side is probably the one to show you on. So, yeah, right. Let me wipe you can see the bigger hole. Wipe my fingers off. So the oil comes up through that. There's a galley on the edge. So that square in that riser that comes up to the, I keep wanting to call it a camshaft, but it comes up to the rocker bridge. So it comes up through and then goes through all the rockers. All right. Well, that's cool. Now we know how that thing works. We're learning together. Yeah, you can kind of see it better. You kind of see it better on this one because it's a lot cleaner. Whoop. Yeah, you see how it's square? The oil goes up in there. You kind of see that galley right there, just to the bottom. Yep. Pretty cool. Neat. But it kind of makes me also want to, blow that son of a bitch out with some brake clean and some compressed air too. So let's see if we can crack this intake manifold. Look at this, you guys. Look at this shit. I don't do this anymore. Why? I don't do this grungy shit no more. Ugh. As if. Ugh. Tag me with a spoon. Like, oh my God. Dirty hands. I'm going to do something real quick. Please hold. Keep holding. Keep holding. Keep holding. Almost done. I'm working on it. Stop yelling at me. I'm making, getting, and doing. Please hold. Gator wipes. They're so good, they'll leave you dirty. Yeah, dude, I don't wear bitch mittens. And I fuss, but my hands get a whole lot more dirtier than this at work, honestly. I was going to do a video the other day. My hand, the bottom of my hand was black.
from my tips to halfway up my forearm, but the tops of my hands was clean, right? So I go into the washroom, and we've got a Scott's hand soap dispenser, and I put my hand underneath the sensor, and it can't see my hand, and I'm like, moving my hand up and down and around, and I'm like, what the frick? I turn my hand over and go back up to the sensor, and it goes, it drops the soap on, and I turn my hand over again to the dirty side, and it's like, nope, not working. I was going to do a short and like, Scott's, you got some explaining to do, buddy. Anyway, enough of my corny dad joke stuff. Let's see. Wow. Yowzers. Knock some of this back away from there. Yeah, so I'm willing to bet that this section of that rocker arm bridge is probably clogged with sludge. So if I'm able to get some compressed air and pop through there and some brake clean, and probably have to do it a dozen times because I know I'm just going to break shit loose. I may have to see how those come apart. I may end up having to just take them all apart and disassemble it and clean it so that it'll start oiling again. Crazy. Cray. Cray. Do that. Oh yeah. You remember that? Y'all, some of y'all might be old enough where they made liquid glove, where you rub that liquid glove all over your hands and it looked like dried sperm. That shit was fun. It worked until it didn't, which is about 2 minutes into doing something. All right, let me get some space, get some shit moved around. And I need to find a happy place where I set this heavy bitch at. These are all my intake bolts. They're all the same except for the short ones. It's not too terribly important. Brand new gaskets and some silicone out of the way. Set that right there. Sorry, I'm in the background. Give me a little place set up here so I can set this heavy ass intake down once I get it off of here. I'm running out of shop towels. I have to keep using my good terry towels as shop towels, and I'm running out of terry towels. All right, let's see if we can pop this bitch off of here. What's that called? Who's what, where? Huh? What's what called? Like dip for your tools? Zep made it, yeah. It was liquid glove is what it was. It's exactly the name of it was liquid glove. I think I'm going to have to pop this from the other side. Let me pop it from the other side. Oh, wow. That's fucking surprising. But not, honestly. Oh, boy, and she's heavy. Oh, boy, she's heavy. Boy, oh, boy. I'm probably going to, honest to God, I'm probably going to have to get my engine hoist to lift this out of here. Boy, that's heavy. Popped right up, though. I was thinking it was going to be stuck on there really, really good, honestly. Let me see. Just don't drop it on the fender, Craig. Don't drop it on the fender. And I wish one of you guys were here to give me a hand with this. Good old cast iron, yes, sir. Let's see what happens. Maybe, oh, you know what I could do? I could make myself a fucking handle. Let me see here. Let me see. Where you at? I know I got you. Where you be? Where you be? I know I got you. I know you're around here somewhere. And I bet it's up in one of those damn totes. Guarantee it. It's up in one of those totes. Mm-hmm. Son of a gun. I know it is. I put it there. All right. Plan B. Plan B is hiding somewhere. Please hold. Continue to hold. I can grab that bitch like a grocery bag. I think we can get it out of there. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Let's see. How much? I think that'll do. Magoo. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Need some damn music. Let's get those on there. Get these on here. All right. One handle. Now, I need a little raise here, buddy. Little raise there, compadre. There we go. It's just a little sketchy. Not too sketchy. At least it won't kick out on me. You know what I mean, Vern? All right. Let's see if we can do it. Let's see. Oh, yeah, no, fuck you. Huh. That thing's heavy, son. I think we're still a little stuck. Wow, is that heavy? And there goes all that water right into the engine. That thing's heavy, y'all. It's like a lot. I think it's probably every bit of 75 pounds, like old dude was saying earlier. Ugh. Ugh. That looks bad. That looks really, really bad. Let's see. Oh, jinkies. Oh, jinkies. That. Boy, that's heavy. I feel like I'm going to dent this fender leaning on it. Trying to use my forearms to pick that up. And it is heavy. Like really heavy. I should have used a engine hoist, I guess. I can lean in a little bit, but the car is still a little higher than I am. And I'm kind of short, if you haven't noticed. I want to drag that across. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck something up. Let me stop being stupid. Let's break out something that's stronger than me. And it ain't my pecker. Let's see. That thing's heavy. That thing's heavy. Got a little weight to it. Oh yeah. Come here. Come on. Come on. There you go. Whoa. Sorry about all that squeaking. Yeah. It ain't no joke. Tain't no joke. That's for sure. For Rizzles. 4 Rizzles. Back in my younger day, I probably would have grabbed that thing with one hand and like, raw, you know, throwed all of my back into it. Not just some of my back, but all of my back into it. But these days, I am very aware of how fucked my back is. And I know better than to overreach it. That is for dang sure. Because that'll turn a decent week into a bad week right there. Come on, you fucker. Ah, Lord. What are you? Come on. That's why I don't let people borrow my stuff. Because they use it. And they use it wrong. And then they fuck it up. Yeah. I know what you're saying. How do you fuck up an engine hoist? Well, my engine hoist is a foldable one. It's got a little kickstand leg. And that little kickstand leg, if you use it to pick up a car or an engine, and you don't put that kickstand leg up, it puts it all on a bind and fucks it up. That is exactly what happened. Got it all wedged, so I couldn't take my kickstand off. Get my pan out of there. Yeah. Ew. I know that ain't Dex cool. I know that ain't Dex cool, but it sure does look like it. Ugh, gross. So I know you guys are talking, but I'm over here working. I apologize if I missed something valuable, like somebody calling me a pussy or something. Sorry, I missed it. Come back later. Hey, don't do that. You know, I need old JG to come and lift this thing out with his beard. He'd probably lift that right out of there with his beard. Bet you that sounds really, really nice on y'all's ears. Well, let's see what we can do. Can't go in any further because of the wheel. Can't come in from the front because of the hood. So, just have to do our best. Setting this in here with this is not going to be fun. I think I'm going to have to get more creative. Just due to the fact that I might have to take a wheel off so I can get past the wheel. Oh, what's that valve spring there, bud? All right, little 60-year-old carburetor bolts. Don't fail me now. Look at a windage tray. You felt the front of the car lift up. Holy shit, this thing's heavy. All right. Stay together for 30 more seconds. Just got to get past the fender. And there we go. Holy macaroni. Holy shit, that's heavy. Wow. Wow, that's heavy. I'm gonna have to take that wheel off to get this in deep enough to put it back on. I wish I had my scales out here to see how heavy this thing was. I bet it's every bit of 75 pounds. It's fucking heavy. You guys just talking amongst yourselves. I appreciate you hanging out. I'm gonna have to go get me some carburetor gaskets. One 542 6378. Let's see. Oh yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's heavy. That is heavy. Yep. And I definitely have to take that wheel off. Definitely have to take that wheel off going back together. Because ain't no way I can set that by myself. Ain't no way. But we do need to move this out of the way. I need to move this out of the way. Okay. Mr. Intake Manifold. I need a happy home for you for right now. I reckon on the... Really don't want to set you all the way on the floor because I got to pick you back up off the floor. Rah. Gee, keys. Whew. Getting too old for this shit, y'all. Getting too weak for this shit, I should say. Let me start jerking off some more, something, get my arm strength back. Hello, windage tray. Locked in by the... I'll probably pop that out of there, but I don't necessarily need to. Yeah, buddy. Wow. Bet you the cylinder heads are really light. And it took most of the bulk away from them. Okay. I thought that was a crack for a second, but it's just old gasket material. It's just embedded in there. Wow. That's a huge bitch. Cork. Old cork gasket. Look at it. Barely hanging on back there in the back. Barely hanging on in the back. How old is Penske? I'm worried that I'm going to dent this guy's fenders. So far, so good. No denties. But wow, couldn't believe it. Felt the front end of the car come up. That was nuts. Won't be using that where we're going. I'm going to do this the old-fashioned way. That quart gasket is not going to survive. Well, I honestly expected to see this valley a lot worse than what it is. I expected to see this valley packed with sludge. Honestly, that's what I was anticipating. Oh, there we go. Yeah, and it doesn't look bad. It's pretty clean. Pretty clean, considering. Just can't forget to put this back in, okay? It's really not bad in there. Let me. Hey, Lone Star's here. Lone Star. There he is. What up, cuz? How you doing, man? Yeah, yeah. Don't look bad in there. I expected to see that valley like packed full of bull sludge, but it's really not that bad. Surprisingly. So what I had what I had to do was I had to cut the cylinder head down, right? With a sawzall. I had to quarter the cylinder. What is that on the back of the heads? What right there? That's your yeah, that's your coolant passage. That's where your coolant's supposed to go through the cylinder head and back, but Ford, in their infinite wisdom, the rear of the cylinder heads are always blocked off, so you only have coolant flow in the front. So coolant comes in and just circulates in there, and eventually, it'll go back and forth. So it'll just go in and never comes out the back, which is a really either they did it for a reason or they were just idiots. So I'd like to think they did it for a reason and they know something we don't know. Power wash change. Oh, that's what I should have did. Yeah. Well, so you have all your intake runners are the other ones. That's where your fuel comes through the intake, goes into the intake runners, and then the valve is in there. If you look closely, I get my flashlight. Yeah. Oh, you can see it. So I was zoomed in pretty good. Whoop, stop it. Stop it. Yeah. So you can see the valve stem. Whoop, get my finger out of it. You can see the valve right there and right there. It's the stem of the valve there. Yeah. So, yeah, that's your coolant passage right there. It's supposed to be there, but they're all blocked off. Ford's always blocked them off at the back. I never understood it because you would think you'd want coolant to flow through it and not just circulate in it. But like I said, they might have known something we don't know. Or it was keeping the head too cold and they were having problems with it warping or something. Yeah. So you've got, so you've got your valve spring, right? You probably know what that is. So you got your valve spring, and that little tit sticking up is what the rocker arm sits on. So as the cam rotates, it has lobes on it, shaped like an egg. So as the cam comes around, it pushes the push rod, which then opens the valve and either lets air or exhaust in, depending on which valve it is. So that's where your mix of fuel and air go into the combustion chamber and then ignite, shoving the piston back down. You probably know all that stupid shit. But yep, just a big air pump with fire. Because you need combustion. If you don't have combustion, it just rotates. But all that sumbitch does is pump and suck all day long. Pump and suck. Boop, 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 boop. Without ignition, detonation, and detonation and fire and stuff, you wouldn't have it. That cam lobe looks really bad. Whoa, let's get a flashlight on that. That cam lobe does not look good. Oh, wow. Oh, oh, oh. Oh boy. Oh, let me see if I can get my finger in there. Oh yeah. Wow. That is not good. That is not good. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, this thing is not much longer left for this world. I've never seen a camshaft do that before, but let me see if I can get you guys zoomed in on that. Let me go hands on with you. It's down in there. Oh yeah, here we go. Let's see if I can get you a hole. You see that cam lobe? Let's see how pitted it is. See that one? Let me get you in. Let me get you in. Let me get you in there. Oh, yeah. Let me get a little light in the hole there. Let me, come on around there, bud. I'm getting on the wrong side, I think. There we go. I'm either having a lunar eclipse here. Let me see. That's not lighting that up, is it? Come on. Help me out here, bud. Shine in the hole. Yeah. You can see that, can't you? Oh. There's the other one. Where'd it go? There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, that's definitely a no bueno situation there, bud. Oh boy. Like I told him, what really needs to happen is that motor needs to come out and it needs to be rebuilt and resealed. Transmission needs to come out, be rebuilt, resealed. Rear differential needs to come out, be rebuilt, resealed. That is not good. That is not good at all. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yikes. Well, I guess I'm just going to do the job that I was hired to do. What are we into this thing? 2 hours, 18 minutes. I don't feel like that's enough. And now I got to clean all this up. get all the coolant out of the valley, all that shit. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a station break. I'm going to get some food in my belly, maybe a little alcohol in there as well, because I'm going to probably need a shock absorber. And then we're going to put this back together. I've got one. I got a scope. Hang on a minute. Please hold. Please hold. Let me find it. I got one. Now that you say that, because it's usually at work. Oh, there it is. Got it. Let's see if the battery's charged on it, though. Oh, man, it makes me want to take a spark plug out now. Let's see if it's charged. Whoops. Oh, it's charged, too. All right, let me see. This is usually at work. I use it at work quite a bit. Oh, nope. Nope. Low battery. No shit. You ain't been plugged in like how long? What kind of charger does it take? You just happen to be in luck, my friend. I got one right here. Got one right here. There you go. Get you some juice. Juice, juice, juice. Let's give that a second to charge up. Is that grease or metal? On the cam lobe, that is pitting and oil sludge buildup. Like it's not getting any lubrication. That's what it looks like. Give this thing a second here. Please hold for a commercial break. All right, now guys, we're back and we got that intake manifold on, and well, we're ready to turn the key on this thing. I could do a leak down. I'm not sure if I could do. I'm not sure I could do a compression test with the intake off. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I've never done one with the intake off before, so honestly, I can't answer that. I can't answer that truthfully. So I don't know. I would assume so because the motor would still turn over, but I don't know if. I don't know because, well, maybe not because the valves are closed. I definitely do a leak down, but I would need it to rotate and open and close those valves on that cylinder. So I'm going to have to say no just because the rockers are off. But if the rockers were on and I could whirl it and the cam would go around and the valves would open and close, I could probably do a compression check. The Lone Star got it. You're old as fuck too, aren't you? Let's see. Let's see if I can get a good image here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, not too bad there. Huh? Let's see here. Ooh, close. Too close. Ooh, what is that? Wow. Yeah, let me turn my light down. Light's a little bright. There we go. That should be better. Oop, back here. I'm done. Either packed it with. It's a little bright. It's either too bright or too dark. Gee golly. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hold that there and hold the photo at the same time. Work with me there. Thing's got a hell of a cable on it. If you haven't noticed, it's got a hell of a cable on it. Let's see. See if I can get you in there. I'm dabbing it in oil. Come here, phone. There you go. Oh, popped out of the hole there. Looks like a lot of sludge buildup, but it definitely looks rough, doesn't it? Phone vibrated, huh? Did it now? The old oil pump shaft. Let's see if we can look down in there. Probably not. I probably came up and fell off in the oil pan. I'm gonna have to take the engine out. Yeah, I ain't gonna see it with that. Let's look down in there with a little flash come light. Yeah, it's a hot mess right there. Yeah, because I was expecting it to come out with the distributor, honestly. Well, it's in there. It is way in there. The best that I can see, it's there. Can't tell if it's twisted, and I really don't want to pull it out. When I pull it out, things are just going to happen. So I'm gonna leave it in the hole. I'm gonna leave it in the hole. No pulling out. Anyway, like I said before, I'm gonna take a little commercial break, and then we're gonna come back to this because we are 2 hours and 25 minutes deep, and I'm hungry. And I'm gonna send this guy some photos and be like, "Hey, dude, you are fucked." See if I can get a screenshot of that real quick before I end this. Let me zoom in on the old girl. There we go, and screenshot. Click up. There we go. We'll zoom back out. I'm glad all this is time stamped when I do this. There we go. All right, you guys. Yep, I'll be back. I'll be back on in, let's say, an hour. I'm gonna get the vacuum cleaner and vacuum all that shit out of there, and get it cleaned up. And I'm not gonna bore you guys with that. But we'll go back. We'll come back and I'll put it in and such. So, all right, y'all. See you in a little bit. Thanks.